I just finished It, Welcome to Derry, and I know I'm a little late, probably on finishing the series, but life and children and holidays. So, it's a good series. I enjoyed the show. I don't dislike it. I will probably watch chapter 2 when it comes out. And FYI, there will be spoilers in this. As far as my thoughts on it, there's some things they do that I think are a disservice, and then they do some things that I thought were fine and were interesting. Again, spoilers. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, keep it going. The season 2 setup for it being set in the previous cycle of Pennywise experiencing time differently and like going back and intentionally telling previous incarnations do this, try to stop these people. I think that's a neat concept. I did not like, however, the whole, how do I put this? He had to eat Robert Gray, who was Pennywise the dancing clown, for a carnival. Why? Oh, look. Hey, kids like this thing. Why don't I turn myself into this thing? Because I can turn myself into anything, or an amalgamation of anything. But no, I actually had to eat a clown. Makes no sense to me at all why that was. Also, the shards and the knowledge of the shards and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Why didn't Mike bring that up then in It Chapter 2? If his grandpa didn't know about it, even though like we're led to kind of believe his parents took a role with the council of the other Native Americans who knew things, and then after it all went down, like he never passed that knowledge on to Mike. Seems like it might have been kind of important. My thoughts. Who knows? Also, I think I enjoyed that they expanded Dick Halloran's part, because if you've ever read the novel, again, I like the expansion of Dick Halloran's role, because if you've read the novel, it references Dick Halloran and the events that transpired at the Black Spot and how he saved Mike Hanlon's father. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the expansion of it. I think they expanded it too much. Because to me, the Dick Halloran that we know from The Shining and Dr. Sleep did not come from the Dick Halloran we saw in this show, who had these encounters and this kind of thing, and would have known, hey, 27 years later, this thing's coming back, did nothing. And I mean, you can say, well, Derry, you forget if you leave. Yeah, but it seemed weak, and he seemed a very unconcerned and uncaring character compared to the nice guy we meet, coaching and teaching Danny. So, that's my hot takes on it. I enjoy some of it, and I realize some of these problems are because you went from, hey, we did these 2 films, and now we're going to do a prequel TV show. I enjoyed the end with Beverly Marsh, the actress, reprising the role at the 26-year mark beforehand. I thought that was nice. I always enjoy Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise. I think he does a good job with that version of the character. And again, I'm probably going to be in for the sequel. But there were things in it that I think water down and weaken the ethereal, cosmic, Lovecraftian reality of Pennywise from King's novel. And I get it. I'm griping book versus screen. I understand that. But I think it even kind of weakens, to some point, the films and the Pennywise we see portrayed there. And again, I just don't like him having to have eaten the clown to become the clown, because he didn't eat anything else to turn into it. So, So that's my hot take. What did you think of It, Welcome to Derry, as we know now, Chapter 1?